So year 8, today we're doing 8.7, simplifying expressions. So we have, just to keep you on track, we did 8.2, then we did 8.3 and 5 in the same lesson. Last lesson we went back to do 8.4, and now we should technically be up to 8.6, but we don't cover 8.6, so don't worry about 8.6. So we're up to 8.7. And this is about having like terms. Now, the exercise is called simplifying expressions. And we have which of the following are like terms. Now, like terms, when we involve letters or pronumerals, need to be exactly alike to call them like. So this one is an X and this one is an X. It doesn't matter what the pronumeral is, it does matter what the pronumeral is. It also doesn't matter what the number in front of the pronumeral is. It just is concerned with, are these exactly the same? So these are exactly the same. So next to this one, we can say, yes, it is like. All right, let's have a look at these. So the next question says AB and BA. Now, by this time, you should know that A times B, which is AB, is exactly the same as B times A, which is BA. So once again, this one is like. Even though they're in a different order, they will give you the same thing. And I'll make that even more obvious by giving you an example. If A equals 2 and B equals 3, and we wanted to work out AB, that would be 2 times 3, which would equal 6. Now, the next one, BA, would be 3 times 2, so in the opposite direction, but that also equals 6. So therefore, they're like terms. Now, the next one, we've got a P and a Q, so that should be nice and obvious to you that they're not like terms. So I'm going to write not like. Okay, number 4 is 8AB and 7A. So don't worry about the numbers in front. We've got an AB and we've got an A. They're not the same, so they are not like. The next one we've got is a G squared and a G squared. Yes, they're squared, but that doesn't matter. They're still exactly the same. So number 5 is like. And for our last one, we've got an A and we've got an A squared. Now, A just means A squared means A times A. They're not going to give you the same, so they're not like. All right, so how do we use that information? I can't remember, but I dare say that the first question is probably just saying which ones are like and which ones are not like, which should be quite straightforward to you. All right, so now we're going to use that information with these questions. You're welcome to press pause and write the questions down if you'd like. All right, question 1. Think about if we had 10 apples and we take away 7 apples. How many apples have we got left? We don't have just 3, we have 3 apples. So make sure you're putting your A in there. Now this one, just to be annoying because you're always going to have it, this is going to lead us into negative numbers. So we've got 2 apples. This can't happen in real life. So this is where this little example of apples is going to fail me. All right, now I'm not going to fill out every one because I think you get the idea. We're sitting at 2p, so we're sitting at 2. We want a minus. That means we're going to go to the left of our number line 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we end up at minus 4. But the trick with this topic is it's not minus 4, it's minus 4p. Excellent. All right, the next one. Again, if we have a minus p, it might help some of you to put the 1 in there. Remember, if there's nothing in front of the pronumeral, it means 1. And again, it might be worth your while at this stage to draw a big number line on your page or on a piece of paper where you can come back to it to use in this exercise. We're on negative 1p, so we're going to sit here. And we're going to subtract, so we're going to go to the left, 4, 1, 2, 3, and I haven't done enough. you should end up at -5. But it's not -5, it's -5p. All right, yay, the negatives are gone for once, and we have positives. Or sorry, we should say all addition signs. And this example is showing you might get 3 things that you need to add. So we're going to go 11 plus 2. Just checking first, they're all B's, so we can just add them straight up. 11 plus 2 is 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. So we're going to have 18B. All right, let's check the next one that they're all the same. We have a T, a T, and a T. So we have 7T, and we're going to subtract 8T. Now, by now, I hope you realise that's -1T, but if you still need to draw up your number line or look up here at another one that you've drawn, please do. So we've just done 7T minus 8T, and that's -1T. We still have to add 4T. Okay, so if we're at, let's go up here and steal this one, even though it's a bit messy. I'm hoping everyone is knowing what I'm on about now. I'll use a different pen. So I am at -1T, that's here, -1, and I want to add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is going to be 3, but not just 3, it's going to be 3T. All right, let's do the next one. This is an X, this is an X, this is not an X. So what do we do if they're not all the same? We collect the like terms that we can. So we can do 3X plus 4X, which is 7X. We can't add this or subtract it to or from an X. So all you can do is write -12. And that's the end of the question. So you can only ever work together with like terms. And that's why you have to do the first bit that we did today. So having a look at this one, we have U and a U. Great, we can deal with those. But then we have a number. It's not a U, so it's going to be separate. 3U minus 4U. So 3U minus 3U is 0, but we're going to take away another U. So that's going to be -1U or -U. And the number on the end, we can't do anything with that like in the last question. So the answer is +6. Now, I'm going quite fast, so please make sure you're pausing, rewinding, having a look again if you need to. All right, like terms. Now when we get a little bit busier like this one, I like to circle or underline or show where the like terms sit. So we have a 5K. I'm going to circle my Ks. There's 1K, there's another, and as you can see, I'm circling whatever's in front of it, whether it's a plus or a minus. And we're going to do those first. There's no other Ks in here. 5K plus 2K, 7K. What have we got left? We've got numbers, so we can deal with them, and I'm going to show them in a different way by underlining them. We're at -5, and we want to take away 7. So we're going to start -5. So 0's up here somewhere. And we're going to go this way. Oh, sorry about running out of room here. So we start at -5, which is this one. We want to minus, so we're going to the left, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our answer is going to be 7K minus 12. You can't put +12 because you've landed at -12. Cool, 4 to go. Oh, look at the sun's coming in. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can still see. All right, what have we got here? Let's see if we can add them. We have a y squared and a y squared. So they're like, oh goodness, that sun. So 3 of these plus 2 of these will give us 5 of these. And the of these is y squared. So it's 5y squared. Like 3 apples plus 2 apples is 5 apples, where apples is in fact y squared. Okay, another one of those. We're working with y cubes now. They're like terms. So whatever you get, you're going to end up with y cubed, something y cubed. So you start at 3 and you want to subtract 5. So you're going to go into your negatives again. Using your number line, you should end up with negative 2y cubed. And just for super hard, which I'm sure you can deal with, we're going to do these ones. So I'm going to circle my like terms. So I have an x squared and an x squared. Oops, there you go, I made a mistake. Got to put this around what's in front of it. And then we have a minus 6 and a plus 6. So let's do our x squareds first. You could even write down x squared so you don't forget. 11 plus 12 x squared is 23 x squared. And then we have minus 6 plus 6, which is 0. Do we need to write anything? Hopefully you're all saying no. Okay, and number 20. So number 20, let me just move my phone a bit. There we go. All right, let's see if we can trick you. This is an xy squared. Is that the same as xy? No. I'm going to circle that, see if there's any more. That's not the same. Xy squared. Oh, yay. That is the same. So our first one's xy squared. Xy squared is going to be xy squared. So we have 20 plus 5 is 25 xy squared. And we have minus 8xy plus 4xy. So our units are xy's. They're both the same. We are at minus 8. I'll draw this one. So we are at minus 8 xy, and we're going to plus 4. Plus means we go to the right 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 8. Oh, I've skipped one. Yeah, I didn't put a 7 in. You're probably all yelling at the video. Miss, you forgot the 7. My mistake when I was writing it out. Sorry, that's a mess. Hopefully yours is nicer. Minus 8. Plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we land at still negative 4. Excellent. Now, questions are here with the challenge not being optional. I would really like you to be doing the challenge today as part of your work. Okay? It's challenge 8.2, but it's at the end of this exercise. You'll see it. All right, please come back into the video or the chat and let me know if you get to something that you can't do. You don't need to leave it to the next lesson or to write me a message out of school time. I can help you within the class. Thank you, everyone.